A few years back, Jim Reid had two full-time jobs, a school teacher and a dairy farmer. He decided both were too much and chose the latter, which suits him very well. Today, with his wife Pam and son Jeff, they operate Reid Dairy Farm. Along with milking cows, they have 1,000 acres in Grant Township in St. Clair County. They grow much of their own feed with usually good yields, thanks to a conducive climate benefiting both crop and dairy production as well.
We've been fortunate here in this part of Michigan to have some good yields. We have some very productive soils in this part of the state. We are very close to Lake Huron. It's only 4 miles to the east of here, so we are, especially in the middle of summer, we're blessed with some offshore breezes in the late afternoons, which is very good for cattle. I have several of my dairy farm friends that live further inland, and it's hard for them to get any relief on a hot summer day like we're having today, as opposed to here near Lake Huron, where we will get a breeze and cool things off.
Management of his 200-head dairy herd is something Jim Reid is serious about. He built a new barn with improved ventilation. He replaced canvas mattresses with sand bedding for his cows, resulting in a major decrease in both mastitis and somatic cell counts. He raised the fat and protein content in the milk and improved the annual production to over 29,000 pounds of milk per cow. And he works closely with the nutritionist to get the right balance for feed.
Part of that ration is soybean meal. Soybean plays a big role in it in order to achieve that kind of production and those kind of components. You need a good protein source, and we've looked at other protein sources, and in some cases we've used some other protein sources, but by and large, majority comes out of the soybean meal. It's always been a good source of protein for us, and so we're sticking with it.
Sticking with it means the consumption of about 450 tons of soybean meal a year, which is the average production of close to 440 acres of soybeans. And to help make sure the cattle are fed the right mixture of components is Jim's son Jeff, who decided to come back to the farm after stepping away for a handful of years. His responsibilities range from feeding calves to field work, and he's decided to get his degree from Michigan State's Ag Tech program.
Well, it's a good program over there. They really teach you everything you need to know about farming, and the whole financial part of it is pretty big, and there's a lot of things I don't know. A lot of things my dad can't teach me everything, and I need to know all that stuff if I want to be successful in this business.
With a certified nutrient management plan in place, Reid Dairy Farm also became verified in the Michigan Ag Environmental Assurance Program in 2010, and they've taken an additional step in energy conservation by installing solar panels on the roof of their barn, generating nearly a third of their energy needs. In all, Michigan's dairy cattle consume 135,000 tons of soybean meal annually. That's the meal from nearly 145 million bushels of soybeans, a fact not lost on the United Soybean Board and its farmer-supported checkoff program.
As a soybean farmer who helps lead the soybean checkoff, I take pride in supporting the animal agriculture industry. America's dairy producers consist of 60,000 farm families, providing the U.S. with 21 billion gallons of milk and other products each year. With the help of the soybean checkoff, our research and promotion help ensure soybean meal continues to be a viable, affordable, and high-quality feed source for dairy operations in Michigan and across the nation. Together, we strengthen our communities and the success of animal agriculture.
You can learn more about the connection between crop production and animal agriculture by logging on to animalag.org. And there's a lot more to learn about the soybean industry in Michigan by logging on to michigansoybean.org.